Hi, I'm Derby McLaughlin.
And I'm Bailey Tian.
And you're watching
Logger TV, the news and variety show
created by students.
For you.
For us.
For you and us means like the same thing. I knew that. Okay. Well, you confused me. Sorry. The 35th Annual Logger Classic Basketball Tournament was held December 15th through the 17th. 8 teams from all over Northern California came and played a total of 12 games, but the overall champions were the Arcata Tigers.
The Logger Classic is a time-honored tradition, with a rally including 2 contests, the winners of which receive custom-made logger trophies. The boys didn't pose too much of a distraction as this year they weren't allowed to come into classes.
You've heard of the danger of texting while driving, but what about texting while walking? I'm here with special news correspondent Connor, who is going to tell us more on the story of texting while walking. So Connor, what do you have to say about this story?
Well, texting while walking has really become quite an issue here at the high school, and I think it's become an issue all over America. You know, the recent years, the plans, the amount of money it costs to send a text message has gone rapidly down, but the volume of text messages that people are sending has gone up. So there's more and more texts being sent, they cost less and less, and there simply isn't enough time in an average teenager's day to just answer them while sitting, standing, lying down. I mean, people really need to be going places, answering text messages.
Now, is this dangerous to be walking and texting?
Well, you know, I thought a lot about that. I texted some people about it while I was walking here, and I wasn't sure if it was dangerous or not, so I decided to go talk to a science teacher here at Eureka High who actually teaches biology, so I figured that he would know whether it was dangerous or not. Let's go to that footage right now.
Okay.
I find science interesting because I get to learn about purple bugs. But that's not why I'm here today. I'm here in the classroom of Robert Childs to talk to him about the health risks associated with texting while walking. So I understand that you've been studying this issue extensively.
Yes, as you can see, I got one of the newer cell phones.
Oh, very nice.
And I've been looking at this pretty closely and observing the high school students. And you'll notice that when I'm looking at my cell phone screen,
okay,
it is typically held a little below chest level.
Oh, yeah.
That inclines the head forward, which impairs the vision forward.
Oh, so people are more likely to, say, run into something or hurt themselves.
They could, and as we know, Newton said a body in motion stays in motion. That can have bad consequences, but one of the things you all may have forgotten is that one of his other rules, sort of an addendum to that one, was that a texting body in motion stays in motion, oblivious to outside forces and objects.
Wow, so this issue is really as old as science itself.
So as you can see, there really is a certain amount of health risk with texting while walking.
I mean, it looks pretty dangerous, but I think there's other things that are more dangerous to do while walking.
When I really looked into this story, and I realized that people have been doing other things while walking for years, and so actually I thought about reading while walking, because that's very similar, you know, texting words, reading words. So I went and talked to an English teacher to sort of get a different aspect, because he works in a different medium, the written word, whereas texting is more just sort of letters thrown together that sort of resemble words.
Yeah.
So I actually went and talked to him, so let's go to that footage now.
Books. I'm surrounded by them. That's because I'm in the classroom of Ben Henshaw, an English teacher here at the high school, and I'm here to talk to him about how books relate to the dangers of reading while walking. I understand that you've had some personal experience with this?
I have. I walk and read now, and I also remember back when I was a child. Those were my very first steps, were walking and reading and stumbling and falling, because books take a lot of energy. You have to have a lot of focus, whereas nowadays, with texting, you can do just about anything. Eat, text,
Oh, so you would say that walking while reading is more of a commitment than texting while walking?
I believe so. Very much so. Reading, you have to follow the storyline. You have to read paragraphs, whereas texting, you can just blip, 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 and you're done.
So what about other activities related to the written word while walking? Have we seen any other sorts of these instances?
Composing, I'm not sure if you can call texting composing, because writing while walking is far more difficult, but that's where I do my best writing.
Oh, really?
Indeed, indeed. Oftentimes in the bathroom I'll do circles before I actually land on the toilet.
Yeah,
Other times I'll just be moving around the house or cleaning and writing, and it's tremendous.
So there's something about that physical exertion, that activity that really...
It just stirs the pot, keeps everything going, and just the ideas come to me. So it's much easier to do. You just have to have, I have a little head mount here that can actually hold my clipboard so I can write while I'm doing it. My hands are free. That'll help the obesity problem in this country.
Now I understand you've got some footage of kids texting while walking.
Yes, actually. So after I learned more about this from the teachers, I thought, okay, for a complete news story, we really need to catch this in action. So I set up some hidden cameras around the school, and I waited a month, and then I checked the cameras and realized that they hadn't actually recorded anything because the battery ran out and they were hidden, so they couldn't see anything. So that was a bad idea. So then we used state-of-the-art disguises and actually followed around people who we identified as being notorious texters while walking, those sorts of people. We followed them around with hidden cameras, and we got some pretty good footage. I've put together some clips of the most independent instances of texting while walking. And I've actually recorded some commentary to sort of, give the viewers at home an idea what's going on. So let's go to that now.
Okay, here, so we have some people there walking and, runs into the trash can, continues walking. So that's a pretty normal clip. Here we've got one. He goes steps, takes a fall. If you notice that he actually keeps texting even though he's on the ground. And, this is a pretty bad one. So not looking where they're going, and set up a bit of a chain reaction. Let's get that in slow motion. Yep, so we have them walking across the string, and there they all go. Now, yeah, they're all going down. Okay, this is quite an interesting case. We caught people running into the pole, and then you see they run into each other. There's an awkward social interaction, then they go back to texting. So, this is a bit of another trash can fiasco. He actually ends up dropping the phone into the trash can, and then is faced with the disgusting task of having to fish it out. This is quite a gem here. We have two people falling down and essentially a texter pileup due to people texting while walking. So you can really see how dangerous this activity really is.
There's so many things you can do while walking. Some of them are dangerous, some of them not so much, but who's to really say where it can go?
Okay, well thank you, Connor, for informing us all on that. And now a short segment by Kevin Harris about the blood drive that happened in December.
The reason that We decided to do the blood drive this year was because we really think that it helps the community a lot, and it's something that's really simple that we can do. And Eureka High holds the largest blood drive in Humboldt County, so we make a big percentage of the blood that the Northern California Community Blood Bank receives. Over a quarter of the blood that they get actually comes from high school and college students, so it's important that we maintain that level of blood that we give, I guess. And especially around the holidays, there's a lot of people who get into car accidents and go to parties and stuff like that and need blood, so it's a good thing we do it. And there's just a high demand for it, kind of like I said. Every 3.5 seconds a blood transfusion is performed in the United States, and every pint that you donate saves 3 lives, so it's something really simple you can do. You take an hour of your time, you get community service for school, you help the community, so it's all around a good thing to do.
I gave blood because I heard it saves 3 lives, and I felt it was a good idea to help people if they're in need.
My name's John Gullum. I'm the Director of Donor Recruitment at the Northern California Community Blood Bank. We'd love everybody in Humboldt and Del Norte counties to come out and donate blood. All blood products have a shelf life. They don't last forever. Red cells last about a year. Platelets, the part of the blood that promotes clotting, lasts 7 days. And plasma lasts about a month. If it's not used within 7 days of being drawn, we send it to somebody who can use it immediately so it doesn't go to waste. But that means we have to collect again all of those products that don't get used and sent to another hospital where they will get used. We need to see 50 to 60 donors every day in Humboldt and Del Norte counties to keep up with the demand for blood. If you don't know your blood type, we'd love to have you come in and donate. O negative is the universal donor type. Everybody can receive type O negative, so it's the most in demand, and only 6% of the population have that blood type. We just figured out last year 11% of the blood that was used locally was O negative, but only 6% of the population is that type. So if we need to be sure that everybody who's O negative we have coming in donating. So if you've never donated, please come on in, donate, find out what your blood type is.
I just gave blood and I feel pretty good, I guess. And I gave blood because I wanted to help, I guess, and it's the easiest way for me right now. And yeah, so I feel good. It makes me feel like a good person.
It's fine, but it's a good program, so give blood and donate to people who need it.
That's our show.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.